So I kind of like forgot to start recording when I first put the seeds in, and I believe today is day 5. I'm guessing probably 6. I would say it has been definitely less than a week, and I'm looking here, and for me to figure out, so I have my eggplant, and apparently they're not coming out. So these are the eggplants. I'm not sure if I'm doing something wrong or it's just going to take them a little bit longer to start to sprout. On the other hand, I have these are so I have the peas. I mean, obviously they're big and you could see that they started to sprout. And I think, what are these guys? Are these tomatoes? Yes, so I have tomatoes here. And the one thing that actually I did is actually I mixed some of these cups in there. I think they're like 10 ounces. I mixed both beans and tomatoes, and I did actually that over here where actually I would mix. I have, for instance, cucumber here, and I think this is broccoli. Yeah, so I have broccoli right here, and what I did is actually, because I didn't know how well this is gonna go, so I threw actually multiple seeds per cup, and I said, you know what, if it works, I'm just gonna split them up depending on how strong each one looks. So it looks very promising on this end, and I do have onions here. uh, Obviously they're really still small, too small, and nothing is coming out actually from here. I don't know why, but definitely starting to show on this end. And I have other seeds on that end. Of course, we're gonna find out, because what I did is actually I only marked 1 cup per each vegetable. So, and I'm gonna start to compare the leaves, and all the leaves that look alike, I'm gonna just try to match them with 1 marked cup. Now the problem with that, which I'm realizing, is, for instance, this one is marked but nothing is coming out. And what is this? Spinach is okay. If it doesn't make it, doesn't make it. So that's one thing that I learned. I maybe in the future I should be marking maybe more than 1 cup, just in case if one fails. And the way that I actually do water them is I actually remove this thing, and I put my finger over the opening, just to kind of like show you, because I realize it takes a lot of time to actually um, try to water all of them. So what I do is actually I put my finger here, and I leave space here and space on this side as well, because if there's no air going in to replace the water that's coming out, it's going to be a struggle. So at first I actually used my thumb, and then I realized water comes out for so long before it stops coming out, and then when I remove my finger and it's still tilted, a lot of water will come out, or I have to kind of like um, kind of like fix it straight up and then remove my thumb. So I figured using a skinnier finger, it doesn't matter which one, whether it's your middle finger, it doesn't matter, just whatever finger you feel uncomfortable with, as long as you're leaving space on both ends. And you want this end that is meant for the air to be small. You don't want it to be big enough, because you don't want the water to come out from that side, because it's gonna end up watering your floor. I mean, of course, I have this in the bathroom, a bathroom that we're not using. Nothing wrong with the bathroom, it's just we're not using it. So I decided to try to have my seedlings here. Now, the other thing is I have this light, and the regular light is actually on for the entire time, actually, but this one is timed, and it's timed at 12 hours. And obviously, it's going to come on after 12 hours. It stays on um, for 12 hours, and then it goes off, which I think it's a fair amount of grow light for these seedlings. to kind of be kept under. I do have other varieties that I want to plant, and I might actually have video for those before they go under the light, because I forgot to actually do that for these guys here. And this is actually what I'm using. I bought this from Walmart. I think it was less than $5, which obviously if you look here, it's doing its job. And these seeds, if you look at it, they are actually 59 cents each. Of course, I bought them as a bundle through Amazon. And one thing that I also tried to keep is the fact that they're non-genetically engineered seeds. So, and I'm planning to keep my soil as organic as possible, so I'm not going to be adding any chemicals. And hopefully, I'm hoping that this will be a success. And once I move them to the ground, then of course I'll have that video, but hopefully we'll have more videos to go through the entire process. When it comes to watering, one of the things that actually I realized is watering this amount of seeds, and especially if you have a full-time job, a lot of people might think it's something that you'll be able to keep up with on daily basis. Even though I just started, I realized that that's not the case. I missed actually watering them yesterday. But the funny thing is, for some reason, the day before, I almost kind of like guessed that I will be skipping one day. So I didn't drown them in water, but I kind of like felt that I'm gonna probably put more than I would normally want. And when I came back today, and it's actually 9 p.m., so it has been about almost 48 hours. Some of them were dry, but actually most of them were still moist. So I don't think the plants actually, or the seeds, struggled a lot. And actually you could see, I'm not too concerned about these guys being exposed, because eventually they are going to come out. But just to mention, for those who think this is the result of them coming out, it's not. Actually, they were exposed when I watered them the other day, and then I said, you know what, just let me here. I said, you know what, just let me see, because they are indoor, they're not exposed to the elements. So I said, let me see and see how successful this might be. Of course, I'm not going to bother this guy. I'm not going to try to move it, but I'm guessing it has the root actually going down, like going kind of like downward, just like that guy. Of course, that is showing. Here it's showing as well, and that guy is showing. And in each cup, actually, I have two. You could see this guy here. So it's not fully exposed. And again, the reason I did that, because I knew that I'm risking some of them not sprouting at all. So instead of wasting the space by having a cup that has only one seed that is not sprouting, I said I'm going to put more than one, depending on the size. Of course, for the beans, I just put two because they are big in size. And I said those that don't make it, don't make it. And those who, and the ones that make it, I'm going to just move them to a different cup. And this is what I was talking about when I mentioned earlier, I was mixing the seeds. Obviously, this little one right down there is actually the cucumber. And I believe this is the broccoli. So, and there is another cucumber. So when they're big enough, what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to move them into different cups, each one, depending on how well they do. So, and I feel as initial stage, it made sense to me because I want to have more seeds, but I know that I don't have a lot of space. I do have little kids. The bathroom door is always locked because I don't want him to get here. And actually my toddler, he loves to help. Help for him could literally mean pulling the seeds out. So, and this is one of the reasons I actually have my seats here in the bathroom because I'm able to lock the door. So I think that's it for this video, and hopefully I'll be able to post more. This is the first time actually I'm trying to share my experience and hoping people will benefit from it. If you have any questions, please do ask, as this is, I still consider the early stage in planting. So maybe also if you have suggestions that you think will be helpful, they'll be very appreciated. All right, thank you.